Can you solve all these Class 10 Maths Chapter 15 probability questions? Probability lies between. On track. 0 and 1 is correct. A random experiment contains. Good job. At least one outcome works well. Possible results of an event. Solid response. Outcomes is valid. Experimental probability is. Right choice. What actually happens is best. Rolling a 15 on a number cube is. Good thinking. Impossible is right. Probability can be written as dash. Great job. All of the above is accurate. An event with a probability of 0. Perfect. Impossible is the one. How do you write 0.02 as a percent? Sharp thinking. 2% is right. The probability of an event cannot be. Correct response. Less than 0 is accurate. Outcome with the same chance of occurring. Well picked. Equally is correct. A set of all possible outcomes is known as. You got it? A sample space fits. Probability can be between what two numbers? Nice selection. 0 and 1 is correct. A particular result of an experiment is called. Strong choice. Outcome is right. A likely chance event is closer to what number? Clear logic. 1 is sound. The set of all the possible outcomes is called. Nicely done. Sample space is solid. What is the probability of an impossible event? Great thinking, Zoe is right. E. Marvin has a standard deck of cards. P. Right again. Tuga 13 is valid. The probability of event equal to 0 is called. Well done. Impossible event is right. The probability of an event is written as P. Valid point. True is true. The probability that cannot exist among the following. 1.5 fits perfectly. Write the sample holiday when 3 coins are bouncing. Exactly makes sense. A box has 3 limes and 2 oranges. P. Smart pick. 710 is correct. The sum of the probability of an event and non-event is. Excellent choice. 1 is right. The probability line can be any number from dash to dash. Bravo. 0 to 1 is the answer. If D be an event such that P equal to 3.7, then P equal to. Well reasoned. 4.7 is correct. If P equal to 0.25, then what is the probability of not a? Excellent. Zog 7.5 is well reasoned. The probability of an event not happening is denoted as. Correct. Complementary probability is spot on. Probability can only be values between which two numbers. Smart move. Zo1 is accurate answer. If 2 coins are tossed, then total number of outcomes are. You're right. 4 is correct. What is the probability of flipping a coin? Getting tails. You chose 1 tie 2 correct. The probability of drawing the king from a deck of cards is. You're right. Fump 13 is correct. What is an event that will happen or has a probability of 1? Exactly. Certain makes sense. Probability can be expressed as a number between dash L and dash. Nice work. 0 and 1 fits perfectly. A collection of one or more outcomes of an experiment is called. Well-reasoned. Event is correct. Dash is a collection of all possible outcomes of an experiment. Well done. Sample space is right. The theoretical probability of rolling an even number on a dice. Nice selection. 1 but 2 is correct. Probability of getting some 9 when 2 dice are thrown together is. Good job. 1 to 9 works well. Probability of an event can be an improper fraction. Strong choice. False is right. Find the probability of rolling greater than a 1 on a single die. Clear logic. 5 to 6 is sound. Which of the following cannot be taken as probability of an event? Nicely done. 1 is solid. An event is very unlikely to happen. Its probability is closest to solid response. 0.1 is valid. How many outcomes are there with tossing a coin and rolling a dice? On track. 12 is correct. A number between 0 and 1 that is used to measure uncertainty is called. You got it? Probability fits. A dice is thrown in the air. The probability of getting odd numbers is? Correct response. 1p2 is accurate. The probabilities of all possible outcomes of an event adds up to dash. You chose 1. Correct? A standard die is rolled twice. Find each probability. Right choice. Font 12 is best. In a family of 3 children, the probability of having at least one boy is. Right again. 3-4 is valid. What is the probability of flipping a coin 3 times and getting 3 heads? Sharp thinking. 1 pit is right. An event with a probability of equally likely as unlikely would be dash. Bravo. 1p2 is the answer. Find the experimental probability. Rolling dice 1, 3, 3, 4, rolling a 1. Valid point. 1 to 5 is true. What is the total no of outcomes when 3 coins are tossed simultaneously? Great thinking. 8 is right. If 2 dice are thrown simultaneously, then total number of outcomes n equal 2. Smart move. 36 is accurate answer. The probability of getting exactly 2 heads in toss of 2 coins together. Perfect. 1.34. An unbiased die is thrown once. The probability of getting an odd number is? Excellent choice. 1.2 is right. The sum of the probabilities of all the elementary events of an experiment is? Well picked. 1 is correct. In any situation that has only 2 outcomes, each outcome will have a probability. Smart pick. 1-2 is correct. The probability of all possible outcomes of a random experiment is always equal to. Excellent. 1 is well reasoned. The probability that a non-leap year selected at random will contain 53 Sundays is? Correct. 1 per second is spot on. A die is rolled. What is the probability of rolling a 5 or a number greater than 3? Good thinking. 2.33 is. If we throw 2 coins in the air, then the probability of getting both tails will be 134 is accurate. What are the possibilities of getting black card from a pack of 52 cards? On track, 26 is correct. A box has 6 red pens, 8 black pens, 2 blue pens, and 4 purple pens P. Clear logic, 3 is 5.
What is the probability of rolling an even number on a dice? The dice is numbered 1, 6.
Solid response. 1.2 is valid. Someone is asked to take a number from 1 to 100. The probability that it is a prime is 4 is the 1. Clara picks a marble at random, puts it back, and then picks another marble at random. Excellent choice. Independent is right. A bag has 3 red marbles, 2 blue and 4 yellow. What is the probability of pulling a red? Excellent. 1.3 is well reasoned. A card is drawn from the set of 52 cards. Find the probability of getting a queen card. You chose what, a 13? Correct. If the probability of success of an experiment is 0.4, what is the probability of failure? You're right, 0.6 is correct. The probability of it raining today is 30%. What is the probability that it will not rain? Smart pick. 70% is correct. A number is selected at random from 1 to 75. The probability that it is a perfect square is 75 is true.
You roll 2 die. What is the probability you will roll a 4 then roll a number less than 3?
Great thinking. 18 is right. The probability of an event is greater than or equal to dash and less than or equal to dash. Strong choice. Z1 is right. Jillian rolled a number cube 360 times. About how many times do you expect her to roll a 2? Exactly. 60 makes sense. The probability of getting an even number from a throw of single standard dice of 6 faces. Well reasoned. 1.2 is correct. A letter is chosen at random from the word statistics. The probability of getting a vowel is? Nice selection. 10 is correct. Ian rolls a fair 6-sided die. What is the probability the die lands on a number less than 4? 3/6 is accurate. If 3 coins are tossed simultaneously, then the probability of getting at least 2 heads is 1/2 fits. Determine the likelihood of the following event. Drawing a red card from a standard deck of cards. Right again. 1/2 is valid. A letter is chosen at random from the word assassination. The probability that it is a vowel is 6/13 is solid. A card is selected at random from a deck of 52 cards. The probability of it being a card of aces. Bravo, 13 is the answer. A fish tank has 5 male fish and 8 female fish. The probability of fish taken out is a male fish. Correct, 13 is spot on. The probability of getting a bad egg in a lot of 400 is 0.035. The number of bad eggs in the lot is? Correct response. 14 is accurate. In a cup are the numbers 120. Find the theoretical probability of picking a number divisible by 5. Well done. 1/5 is right. A coin is tossed thrice. the chance of getting at least one head is a simple event or compound event.
Good job. Compound event works well.
A bag contains 2 white marbles and 8 black marbles. What is the probability of drawing a black marble? Well picked. 8/10 is correct. Say true or false in any situation that has only 2 outcomes. Each outcome will be probability 1 to 2. Good thinking. False is right. A card is selected at random from a deck of 52 cards. The probability that a black face card is drawn is 3/26 fits perfectly. Jaislyn has 4 quarters, 10 dimes, and 3 nickels in her wallet. What is the likelihood of her choosing a penny? Right choice. Impossible is best. What type of probability is a way of estimating the probability of an event happening based on repeated trials? Sharp thinking. Experimental probability is right. A bag contains 3 red and 2 green marbles. A marble is drawn at random. The probability of drawing a blue marble is... Smart move. Zoe's accurate answer. A letter is chosen at random from the letters of the word association. Find the probability of getting a vowel. Valid point. 6/11 is true. A box contains 3 black pens, 7 blue pens, and 5 red pens. What is the probability of getting a red or a black pen? Well reasoned. 8/15 is correct. What is the probability of rolling a 3 on a 6-sided number cube and then not rolling a 3 on a 6-sided number cube? Well done. 5/36 is right. The probability that 2 students born on same day is 0.599. Then the probability that they do not born on same day is... Right choice. 401 is best. Choose the correct option. Nice work. False fits perfectly. According to the weather forecast, there is a 3/8 chance of rain on Friday. How likely is it that it will rain on Friday? Good job. Unlikely works well. An experiment consists of rolling a fair number cube. Find the theoretical probability of rolling a number greater than 3. You chose 1/2 correct. If a probability of a player winning a particular cricket match is 0.84, then probability of the player losing the match. Correct. 0.6 is spot. Find P. You got 11/26 fits. Probability of getting neither ace nor jack when one card is drawn at random from a well-shuffled deck of 52 cards is dash. Correct response. 11/13 is accurate. The letters that form the word mathematics are placed in a bowl. What is the probability of choosing a letter that is a vowel? Well picked. 4/11 is correct. An automobile dealer decides to select a month for its annual sale. Find the probability that it will be September or October. 1/6 is solid. A bag contains 5 blue, 12 green, 9 red, and 4 yellow marbles. What is the probability of pulling a green marble out of the bag? Strong choice. 40% is right. P equal to, remember to simplify. Sharp thinking. 3/4 is right. A bag has 3 red balls and 5 green balls. If we take a ball from the bag, then what is the probability of getting red balls only?
Excellent. 3P8 is well reasoned.
What type of probability is used to find the probability of an event when all outcomes are equally as likely? What could happen? You're right. Theoretical probability is correct. A die is rolled once. What is the probability of rolling a number less than 3? Your answer should be a fraction in simplest form. Great thinking. 1 per 3 is right. A bag contains 30 pieces of candy. There are 15 grape, 7 cherry, 3 lemon, 5 strawberry. What is the probability of drawing a lemon? Perfect. FOP 10 is the one. A card is drawn from a deck of 52 cards. The event E is that card is not an ace of hearts. The number of outcomes favorable to E is. Clear logic. Fifth one is sound. A number cube is rolled twice. What is the probability of getting a 6 on the first roll, then a number less than 5 on the second roll? On track. 1 by 9 is correct.
The experimental probability that Jonah will catch a fly ball is equal to 7 dice 8. About what % of the time will Jonah catch a fly ball?
Excellent choice. 88% is right.
The probability of an impossible event is dash.
Right again. Zoe is valid.
What are the chances of the sun not setting tonight?
Great job. Impossible is accurate. If you have a collection of 6 pairs of white socks and 3 pairs of black socks, what is the probability that a pair you pick without looking is black? Smart move. 1 by 3 is accurate answer.
A girl calculate that the probability of her winning the first prize in a lottery is 0.08. If 6,000 tickets are sold, how many tickets has she bought?
Bravo. 480 is the answer.
A farm has 5 brown cows and 10 white cows. A fence is open and 2 cows escape. What is the probability that it will be a brown cow, then a white cow?
FI 21 makes sense.
What is the probability of rolling 15 with a pair of dice?
Nice selection. Impossible is correct. You spin the spinner. How many possible outcomes are there? Smart pick. 8. A favorable outcome divided by the total possible outcomes. Good thinking. Probability is right. If you toss a coin, what is the probability of getting tails? Solid response. 1 per 2 is valid.
What is the probability of choosing a vowel from the alphabet?
Good thinking. 526 is right. Which color marble is least likely to be pulled from the jar? Well done. Blue is right. How many outfits are possible with 2 pairs of jeans, 5 t-shirts, and 2 pairs of shoes? Clear logic. 20 is sound. A jar contains 2 pink, 6 red, and 4 blue marbles. If you pick one marble without looking, what is the probability that the marble you pick will be red or blue? On track, Fopsis is correct. You pick a marble and pick a card. How many outcomes are possible? You got it. 10 fits. A jar contains 4 white chips, 5 purple chips, and 1 black chip. Chips are selected randomly one at a time and are not replaced. P. Right again. Fun 36 is valid.
A bag has 2 yellow marbles and 8 brown marbles. Nancy takes out 2 marbles without replacing the marbles. What is the probability that they will both be yellow?
You chose C45. Correct.
The chart below represents the number of marbles in a jar, P equal to.
Bravo. 519 is the answer. The letters that form the word mathematics are placed individually in a bowl.
When selecting a letter from the bowl, what is the probability of choosing a vowel?
Excellent. Fork 11 is well reasoned. 40% of students in a school wore blue on a Spirit Day. If two students are randomly selected, what is the probability that both students will not be wearing blue?
Great thinking. 0.36 is right. What is the probability of getting an even number when rolling a die?
Solid response. 1/2 is valid.
What is the probability of flipping a coin 3 times and getting 3 heads?
Exactly. 1/8 makes sense. In a family of 3 children, the probability of having at least one boy is. Nice work. 3/4 fits perfectly.
Which shows the sample space for flipping 2 coins? H equal to heads, T equal to tails.
Excellent choice. HT. The TT is right. The probability of getting exactly 1 head in tossing a pair of coins is 1p2 is solid. A die is rolled. What is the probability that the result is less than 3?
Smart pick. 1p3 is correct.
What is the probability of rolling a cube and having land as an odd number?
Great job. 1p2 is accurate. If an event is absolutely impossible, what % probability will it have? Valid point. 0% is true. A bag contains 5 red marbles, 8 white marbles, 4 green marbles. What is the probability that if one marble is taken out of the bag at random, it will be a non-red marble? Correct. 12/17 is spot on. The probability of getting a spade card from a well-shuffled deck of 52 cards is.
Well reasoned. 50/13 is correct.
Based on the chart, what is the experimental probability of pulling a green marble?
Correct response. 8/25 is accurate.
A cell phone company expects that every 2 out of 25 cell phones will have some form of defect. At this rate, how many cell phones out of 500 will be expected to have a defect? In. Good job. 40 works well. A coin is tossed and a number cube is rolled. Find the probability P. Sharp thinking. 50/14 is. A store sells shirts that are either small, medium, or large. The colors are either red, blue, green, or white. What is the probability someone will select a large green shirt? Perfect. Font 12 is the one. Find the probability of each set of independent events. Drawing a black checker from a bag of 6 black checkers and 4 red checkers, replacing it and drawing another black checker. You're right. 9/25 is correct. Find the theoretical probability of landing on orange or red if you spin the spinner. Strong choice. 3/8 is right. Kylie saw 10 blue, 8 red, and 42 white cars drive by her house in 1 hour. What is the experimental probability that the next car that drives by her house will not be a white car? Well picked. Point 3 is correct. If you select a marble without looking, how likely is it that you will pick a black one? Right choice. Impossible is best. The spinner is spun 64 times. Predict how many times the spinner should not land on red. Nice selection. 56 times is correct. If an event has an even chance of occurring, where would it be placed on the number line? Smart move. 50% is accurate answer. Find the probability that a randomly chosen point in the figure lies in the shaded region.
Exactly. 80% makes sense.
A card is selected from a deck of 52 cards. The probability of its being a red face card is...
Nice selection. 3026 is correct.
A bag contains 5 quarters, 2 dimes, and 4 pennies. What is the probability of picking a quarter?
Point 11 is true.
What is the probability that you choose blue? Simplify your answer: 5 green, 6 yellow, E blue, 7 brown.
Clear logic for 13. Robin has 5 different pairs of shoes that match with 6 different pairs of socks. How many shoes and socks combinations can she make if she selects 1 pair of shoes and 1 pair of socks? Great job. 30 is accurate. A jar contains 24 marbles. Some are green and remaining are blue. A marble is drawn at random from the jar. The probability that it is green is 203. Find the number of blue marbles in the jar. You're right. 8 is correct. A bag has 3 red marbles, 2 blue and 4 yellow. What is the theoretical probability of pulling a red? Correct response. 39 is accurate. If 2 different dice are rolled together, the probability of getting an even number on both dice is... Right again, 1/4 is valid. What is the probability of getting an odd number on the first roll and less than 3 on the second roll? 1p6 is the one. You pick a marble from this bag. What is the probability you will choose either a black or white marble? You got it. 3/5 fits. Bag A contains 9 red marbles and 3 green marbles. Bag B contains 9 black marbles and 6 orange marbles. Find the probability of selecting 1 green marble from bag A and 1 black marble from bag B. Good thinking. 30/20 is right. A regular 6-sided die is to be rolled once. What is the probability that a number less than 3 is rolled? Well reasoned. 1/3 is correct. 1 card is drawn from a well-shuffled deck of 52 cards. The probability that the card will not be an ace is... You chose 12 or 13. Correct! 1 card is drawn from a well-shuffled deck of 52 playing cards. The probability of getting a non-face card is... On 10/13 is correct. Where on the number line would you place the following event? If today is Thursday, tomorrow will be Friday. Good job. 1 works well. A poll asked 25 people which gift was their favorite. The gift of Dash had a probability of 40/25 of being picked. Excellent choice. Close is right. Berry rolls 2 number cubes. What is the probability that the sum of the 2 number cubes will be less than 5? Well picked. 1.6 is correct. Where on the number line would you place the following event? Ooh. If you roll a dice, it will land on 8. Smart pick. Zoe is correct. If you choose from the following colors, what is the probability that you choose blue? 5 green, 6 yellow, blue, 7 brown. Smart move. 8/26 is accurate answer. If a stone is dropped at random on the arrangement of tiles shown, what is the probability the stone lands on a black tile? Solid response. 5/9 is valid. If you roll 1 die, what is the probability of getting an odd number or a 4? Are the events inclusive or mutually exclusive? Right choice.
Mutually exclusive is best.
The letters that form the word mathematics are placed in a bowl. What is the probability of choosing a letter that is a vowel?
Fork 11 is the answer. If 33% of the students at Warren Middle School have a pet, then what is the probability of the students who do not have a pet? 67% fits perfectly.
Where on the number line would you place the following event, poor? You will see a live dinosaur on the way home from school today.
Great thinking. Zoe is right. Vince spins the spinner 1 time. Which of the following best describes the chances that the spinner will land on the number 9? Well done. Impossible is right.
A bag contains some red-colored and some blue-colored marbles. First, a red-colored marble is drawn and then, without replacing the first marble, a blue-colored marble is drawn. Are the two events dependent or independent?
Excellent. Dependent is well reasoned. What is the probability of pulling a red marble out of a jar of marbles that have 10 green marbles, 7 red marbles, and 3 blue marbles?
Sharp thinking. 70-20 is right.
2 cards are chosen at random from a standard deck of 52 cards without replacement. What is the probability of choosing 2 kings?
Correct. T221 is spot on.
At a community swimming pool, there are 2 managers, 8 lifeguards, 3 concession stand clerks, and 2 maintenance people. If a person is selected at random, find the probability that the person is either a lifeguard or a manager. Nicely done. 2 per 3 is solid. The spinner is divided into 8 equal parts. Find the theoretical probability of landing on the given section of the spinner, P equal to.
Strong choice. 5 but 8 is right.
The following M&M colours are in the bowl: 4 yellow, 6 orange, 3 green, 5 blue, 2 brown. What is the probability of selecting a brown candy?
Right again. Fuck 10 is valid.
A spinner is spun twice. What is the probability of spinning green both times? Need a fraction for both attempts, then multiply together.
Bravo. 50-16 is the answer.
A bag contains 3 red balls, 5 green balls, 4 blue balls, 3 yellow balls, and 2 purple balls. A ball is drawn at random from the bag. The probability that a red ball drawn is...
You chose 3-17, correct? A bag contains 9 green marbles, 5 yellow marbles, and 6 red marbles. You choose 1 marble. What is the probability of selecting a green or red marble? Do you add or multiply probabilities? Great job. Add is accurate. A spinner has 8 equal regions. Each region is marked with one of the following numbers: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. What is the probability of an even number being spun on the first roll? Good thinking. 1 is right. A bag contains 5 blue marbles, 4 red marbles, and 3 orange marbles. Mrs. Cox picks one without looking, replaces it, and picks another one. What is the probability that she picks 2 that are not orange? Correct response. 9-16 is accurate. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. You got it? Contact Narayan Changder on Facebook fits